Hi, this is Sally Morgan, holistic physical therapist, craniosacral therapist, and Tellington T-Touch practitioner for animals and people. This is Tristan. He's a Corgi, and we're here for an episode of Conversations with a Corgi. And we are just so excited today. We can't stop beaming because, yes, the animal connection cards are available on Amazon. And I am so excited to announce to you that they are available. We sent out a flurry of emails last night, and I will be posting links on Facebook today so that you can go right to the Amazon page where it is. The company that produced my cards is having a little trouble getting that page up and running the right way. So if you Google it, it's a little bit hard to find. But we will be posting direct links on all of my Facebook sites, Sally Morgan PTCST, Craniosacral Therapy for Animals, and on Sally Morgan. And then, of course, I'll be sharing it, hi Danny, with all kinds of groups that I'm a part of, T-Touch practitioners and dog groups and horse groups, because these cards are so exciting and I'm so pleased to be able to share them with you. And here's a picture of them for you to see straight from the internet. I don't know how well you can see that on there, but it's Dances of the Heart Animal Connection cards, and the cover of the box is similar to my book. And then there are 52 cards in that box. And I designed it so that you can choose a card a week for a year and find something that you can do to improve your connection with your animals. And some of these are kind of deep spiritual journeys, and other of them are just like a fun experience, like making a picture with your pet's paw prints or hoof prints. And the cards are designed to be useful to you no matter what kind of pet you have. You could have a guinea pig, a rabbit, a hamster, a horse, a dog, or a cat. And most of these cards apply to every species. And in fact, one of my friends said, gee, can I do them with my spouse or my child? And I said, you know what? A lot of them you could. So you can use them in many ways in your life. And there are 52 of them. They are not numbered, so they are not in any particular order. One thing you might do is just place a few on the floor or in your hands and let your animal choose which one he would like to do that day. Animals are very energetically sensitive, and so they may in fact choose just the right card. A lot of the cards are things that you can do right there in the moment when you pick it, and others are things like take your dog or your cat or your horse to a blessing of the animals. And so for that one, you'd have to look around in your town. Many of these are in the spring or the fall, and find out when there is a blessing of the animals in your town. And you might not bring your animal, but you might want to go to honor the animals that are there. And it's really the spirit and intent behind some of these activities, like going to the blessing of the animals, is your recognition and acknowledgement that animals are indeed blessed and a blessing in our lives. So there's a deeper message in a lot of these cards that just seem like simple activities, you know, like doing the paw print picture. Pets leave paw prints on our hearts. We all know that, have heard it, have pictures of it in our house, and animals touch us so deeply that something like having a picture of paw prints is so much more meaningful than it would be if you did not have that connection with your animal. So there's 52 of these cards. The first one in the deck that I made was the Tellington T-Touch Heart Hug, because I feel like that's a really good place to begin. I featured that in my TED Talk, and I do think that it really does put you in a spiritual and emotional and physical place to make a deep connection with the animal in your life. And to do that T-Touch Heart Hug, as we have talked about so many times, and we'll do one now, you just imagine the face of a clock over your heart, and the 6 is towards your feet and the 12 is towards your head. And you're going to make most likely a clockwise circle, but really it's more about paying attention to which direction you make that circle, and try it both ways and see which one you think feels better. So you cross your hands over your heart, Make a connection to your skin through your clothes, which being 10 degrees here in New England today, I have a lot of sweaters and things on. You make that connection until you feel that 6, and then you inhale as you come up the circle and exhale as you slowly come back and around the circle to the 9, because you're making a circle and a quarter. And that's the basis of many, many Tellington tea touches. And you can find lots of those on old episodes of Conversations with a Corgi on YouTube, and some others are included in this deck of animal connection cards. So you make that heart hug, and as you do that, we like to imagine things that we love about our animal, 3 things we love about our animal, 3 things we're grateful for from our particular animal or animals in our lives, or 3 things we've loved about a departed animal. This is a great way to make a connection with an animal that's no longer physically with you. It's a great way to connect with your animal when you first greet him for the day, before you get out of bed, or when you get home from work, before you get out of the car, or before you get out of the car at the farm to see your horse, or even just go out to the barn. This is a great way to just center yourself, quiet your mind, emotions, and your body, take some deep breaths, and do these heart hugs. And so to me, that was the basis of where all of the other ideas of connecting with your animals were built on, was those heart hugs. And you can do them with your animal. Just put your hand on his heart. Biscuit, come into the picture a little. And again, the circle is towards the ground, or the 6 is towards the ground. And you just make that circle and a quarter on your animal's chest. And you don't keep rubbing. It's just that circle and a quarter, and then a pause. And make the connection again and do that circle and a quarter. I love to do this with Tristan when he's sitting on my lap at night after we've played a good game of squeakies. He hasn't been getting enough squeakies lately because I've been so busy and out of the house at night. But after a game of squeakies, we have a snuggle on the sofa for an hour or so, and that's when I like to do heart hugs with him. And it's a nice way to greet your animal or send him off to bed at night. So that's one of the things in the animal connection cards. Many of the other activities are things that you've seen me talk about here on Conversations with a Corgi, like doing yoga with your animal. Oh, and bunny yoga. I can't believe it. In Vancouver, someone is so lucky as to teach bunny yoga. I would love to do a yoga class and have bunnies in the class with me. So if anybody's near Northampton and they have a lot of bunnies and want to bring them to a yoga class, call me, because I have a place to do it and I love bunnies, and that would be a great experience. I think people would really enjoy that. Or I can come and do a yoga class where the bunnies are, because at this time of year it's not a very good idea to take your rabbit out of the house into the cold. They are very easily able to catch cold, so bringing them out in the cold is a bad idea. But anyway, we'd love to do bunny yoga, and you can do yoga with your horse or with your dog or your cat or your guinea pig or your hamster, and it really is a great experience. And you can easily look up yoga poses online. There's plenty of yoga videos on TV, and just use your creativity and adapt the poses to working with whatever animal you have. I have a small dog, so I can pick him up for a lot of poses, or get down on his level, or hide him under me, or have him standing on top of me. And there is an episode of Conversations with a Corgi or 2 about doing yoga with your pet. And I love to do yoga with my horses before I ride them, standing on the ground, really rooting myself, doing some balance poses, getting support from different parts of the horse, or even just doing like a tree pose with my arms open and my horse's head next to mine coming towards me. I mean, these are really profound experiences you can have with your animals, and they will make a big difference in your connection with your animal. And many people who have worked with me have reported that they've either talked to their friends or they themselves had an experience doing some of the things I suggest, where they have understood their animal in a new way and are able to make a connection with him and see him in a new way. And instead of being a, difficult, pain in the neck, responsibility, they then have a joyful connection with their animal. And that is why I do this work, is to help people really joyfully relate to their animals and understand the language of our animals, and understand the language that we have to convey emotion and thoughts and what we'd like from them to them in a clear way, so that everyone is living in a fair and comfortable situation together. And so that's what these animal connection cards are about. They are $19.99 on Amazon, and I have been told that if you order them over this weekend, that they will indeed arrive in time for your Christmas gift giving. And if you don't have my book yet, Dances of the Heart, Connecting with Animals, you can also order the book at the same time from Amazon. They're trying to get these onto the same page, which is a bit of a tricky situation. So that's why things are a little confused right now. But the book has been on Amazon for over a year. It has been a bestseller on numerous occasions throughout the year as the sales have gone up and down with it, as more and more people discover the book. And again, it makes a great Christmas gift. And I will, of course, have copies of it at expos and things this year, along with my Animal Connection cards. And there are plenty of things in this deck to keep you busy for a number of months or weeks or a year, learning new ways to connect with your animal and find respect and appreciation for your animal in a really deep way that you might not have taken the time for otherwise. And really, it only requires a few minutes every day to establish that kind of deep relationship with your animal. I know some people I've met have said when they first started watching Conversations with a Corgi, they were waiting to see when little Tristan here would jump off the chair and run away. He has no intention of doing that because we have a connection. He knows what we're doing. He comes, he waits for me to figure out what clothes he's going to wear, and then he comes up on my chair, and then when we play the second time through the song, he knows he's going to get down and get a snack. So he loves doing Conversations with a Corgi, even though right now he's really excited about whatever's out that window. We have had turkeys out there, we have had deer out there, we have had a number of large bird wildlife that I had not seen previously. So it's a pretty happening place in my backyard, and he is not tall enough to get a view out this window except when we do Conversations with a Corgi. So there he is, checking out the world. So I hope you enjoy the Animal Connection cards and share them along with your friends, and they make a great Christmas gift. And if you don't have the situation to get them in time for the holidays, you can also just order them anytime. Maybe you'll get a little extra cash after the new year and you can get them then. But they really, I hope, will enhance your experience with your animals. And I have been working on these for a year, so I am so excited that they're out. And putting all the puzzle pieces together to find a company to do this and then to work with the individual people along the way is quite a difficult, long process, and it can be very frustrating at times. But the important thing is that we have a wonderful product available for you to find a deeper relationship with your animals. And there are pictures of rabbits and cats and horses and dogs, all different kinds of dogs on these cards. I wish I had some more variety of dog breeds and types, but I didn't always have a lot of different dogs around when I needed to do the pictures. So there are quite a few of Tristan, and there's quite a few pictures of some of my client dogs and my neighbor dogs. So I hope you enjoy the cards. Check them out on Amazon. And Tristan and I are very excited that they're out because that means I have more time to play squeakies with my Corgi in the evening instead of sitting at the computer and typing. So we're both very excited about this. So check out these Animal Connection cards on Amazon. And like I said, I will be sharing them all over Facebook today so that you can see them there. And I sent out a giant email group. There they are, 52 cards. They're pretty big. They're bigger than a regular index card. And there's not too much written on them, so they're pretty easy to read no matter you have your glasses on or not. And I hope the pictures are helpful. So thanks for joining us today. We are just so excited about having these cards available in time for your holiday gift giving. And they will be available on my website and on my sister's website as time goes along here. It's been a bit of a rush just to get them out right now. So I haven't had time to, my sister's in the middle of some big projects right now too. Her book is just out, so we haven't added them to her website yet. And certainly Brian was here for like 6 hours yesterday trying to finalize some things. And we did not get them on my website yet as a purchasable product. And they soon will be though, and you can definitely go to Amazon and get them. So thanks for joining us today. We hope you have some great holiday gift giving. There are many other things on my website. All the flower essences are available there, as well as some other products, the cute mugs that my sister and I love. We have these in nearly every breed, and the Corgi one, of course, is my favorite, and it does come in a tricolor Corgi. He is super cute, by the way. So you can get those on the website as well if you need any more gifts for your friends who love animals. Oh, Tristan, you're tangled in the cord and you're sliding off. I need to trim out his tootsies, but it's so cold when he's walking on the snow. I feel sorry for him. So he's a little slidey. All right, so thanks for joining us. I hope you enjoy the Dances of the Heart Animal Connection cards, and we will be back tomorrow for another episode of Conversations with a Corgi. Thanks for joining us today. Tristan says, 2 paws up for the Animal Connection cards. Yay! Lots of Corgi content. Yay! Lots of dog content. Yay! Horses, bunnies, and kitties. Yay! Happy shopping. Have a great day.